Welcome to Sharks in the Arts. I'm Danna Bertel. Here with me is Brandon Ysibido, NSU Junior in Shark Gold. Welcome, Brandon.
Hi, I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. How are you involved in campus?
So in campus, I'm an engineering major, not a theater major, not a theater minor, but my passion was always theater. So I sought it out, and now I'm involved in a lot of the theater program here, mainly through Stage 2 Productions, which is our student-led theater production. I've been involved with The Mayflies. I've been involved with Dolls of New Albion was my first year, a lot of the main stage shows as well, and now I get to write and direct my own.
That's awesome. What made you go into theater and singing?
I was always a singer. Like when I was a kid, I would go to my doctor's office, have my checkup, and then do a little performance for them. So I wanted to continue that as often as I could. When I went to college, my first thing was I need to find a place to do this, to continue this. I did a little digging, sent a little emails, and eventually I wound up in the inbox of Dan Gelbman, and he said, hey, come to Stage 2, we have a meeting tomorrow, and see if you like it. And it stuck.
What made you want to create a musical?
The musical was something I had actually been kicking around for a while, actually since COVID when I was in high school. I wanted to create a production that could work on pre-existing songs, something that I wouldn't have to write the music for. And then it just kept building and building, and I really fell in love with the story of it, more so than the songs. So it just evolved until I realized I wanted to make it a full musical, jukebox musical. And once I graduated high school, the idea kind of died a little bit. And I was digging around through some old files in my Google Doc, and I showed it to my friends, and I said, hey, we should do a little reading of this. And they read it, and they were like, hey, this is pretty good. You should pitch it to Stage 2, see what they say. And we voted, and they voted, and now we get to do it. And that's the most exciting thing.
That's awesome. What is the musical about?
So the musical is taking Disney love songs and putting them into a new context. Same thing with the Disney characters that people already know and love, but twisted in a little way. Not a dark twisted and a funny twisted. It's an exploration of love songs and love and what it means to love. And we follow a narrator who has an enchanted storybook called Spellbound that can write any story that your heart desires. She ends up creating the kingdom of Cerelia, and she follows and guides us into this world. And she tries to keep the story straight, but things start to get away from her. And I think that's where I'll leave the plot for now.
Okay. And did you get help from faculty when creating this musical, making it come to life?
Yes. When I was writing the musical, I was always hounding on the door of Dan Gelbman and Alex Alvarez. I felt like every little decision I needed to get their validation on. And they were a big help with making sure that everything would run smoothly, that I knew how to direct something, that I knew how to write something. And this is a workshop, which is not really something we had done before or recently. So every little advice, every little tidbit really helped, making sure that it all ran smoothly.
What were some challenges you faced when creating this musical?
A lot of it was writer's block, was sitting down trying to figure out how to solve these little problems I was writing myself into. I knew I needed this character to be in this scene, but I didn't know how to get them there. A lot of it was just sitting down and talking through it, talking to myself, being in the roles of the characters, just saying what felt natural and then writing it down as dialogue. I have thousands and thousands of voice memos of me just driving saying, oh, I got a new dialogue line, go and write this down when I get the chance. Me at work saying, hey, this would be a good idea for a song. So it was just whenever inspiration would strike to get it down onto paper as soon as possible.
Any last thoughts?
Well, we have the Spellbound auditions tonight, which is really exciting. We're going to have singers and actors in one audition and dancers in the other. We'll be able to put it on in a full capacity in a way that I had only dreamed of having. It's going to be a workshop, which means we get to see the rough cut of it, and we get to experience the show for the first time all the way through. So to be able to watch something happen from the seed of my idea back in high school to the performance now, and I could not have done it alone. I have so many great amazing, talented people helping me. I have our dance choreographer, Isa. I have my music director, Jillian, my stage manager, Amanda, my tech director, Jackie, sound designer, Alex, and I have my assistant music director and assistant stage manager, Molly. And they've all just supported me the entire way through, and I could not have done it without them.
Thank you, Brendan.
Thank you.
Coming up in the arts is gruesome playground injuries and the annual Druid student exhibition. This has been Sharks in the Arts. I'm Danna Bertel. See you next time.